aqui. Hey student, watch this video and learn some, any, no, part 2. Coming up. Hey student, Teacher BAIXE here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. First of all, thank you so much for joining me. It's another day, another lesson, and I'm so happy to know that you are giving me an opportunity to teach you. So make sure to subscribe, because from Monday to Friday, I post all kinds of English lessons. Grammar, vocabulary, phrasal verbs, idioms, pronunciation tips, conversation tips, study tips, all kinds of lessons to make you a better and more confident English speaker. So hey, consider subscribing. All right, today I'm gonna be doing part 2 of some and no. In the first video, I gave you an explanation of how to use these words, how to use some, how to use any, how to use no, in what situations you can use them. So after the video is over, I will link this video in the comments so that you can watch. I'm considering creating a playlist, a specific playlist just for the some and no videos. Okay, now in this second lesson, I'm gonna be talking to you about the variations, the different words that we use that come from some, any, and no. This is a big confusion English learners have. So my friends, let's get down to business, because time's money. All right, so here we go. Somebody, someone, something, somewhere. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, I'll break this down. Now, basically, like really basically, you will use all the words that come from some following the same rules of some. Teacher BAIXE, what are the rules of how to use some? In my first video in part 1, I give you an explanation, but I'm a nice teacher, so I'll give a quick review. Basically, you will use some in affirmative sentences, okay? Affirmative. You only use some in affirmations. However, here, you will, and there too, you will occasionally use some in questions as a complement, and I will show you what I mean. But if something, somebody, someone, somewhere is in the complement part of your question, it's not the subject, then it's okay. All right, but I will show you. So here I have an example. No, I don't have an example yet. I have a little bit more to say. So when do I use some? In affirmative sentences, and all these variations, somebody, someone, something, somewhere, can be used in questions, but these words will usually come at the complement part. So you have the auxiliary verb, the W8 question words, then you have the subject, then you have the verb, then you have this word, if necessary, okay? So these words will not be common as a subject. Did someone call me? No, then no. But if it's in the complement part, then it's okay. But I'll show you. Now, another thing, now let's focus on the somebody, someone. And a common question that I get from English learners is, teacher, what's the difference between somebody and someone? Haha. Well, not many differences. Actually, a very tiny difference. Basically, somebody and someone have the same translation. They mean a certain person that I don't know the name, you know, that's basically that. However, let's see if it's on the next slide. Yes. Someone is more common in written language. It is a tad more formal than somebody. Okay, so somebody is very common in spoken language, and someone is more common in written language. It's a little bit more formal than somebody. Teacher, does that mean I cannot use someone in conversations? Not at all. You can. I use someone sometimes. It's fine. So I'm just telling you that because many English learners want to know, oh, what's the difference? Here it is. In translation, nada, nothing. But in use, you will see that someone is more common in written language than somebody. Okay? Now let's take a look at some examples. Jack, there is someone at the door. So there's a door in front of me, and then I look at my friend and say, hey, Jack, there's someone at the door. Can you go open the door for me, please? Hello, help me. I'm making a live lesson here. So then Jack will open the door because there is someone at the door. Okay? Could I say somebody? Yeah, absolutely. There's somebody. There's a person. Somebody, someone. They are connected to people. There is a person. I don't know. There is a person. But I cannot say if I'm in a conversation, hey, there is a person at the door. That's strange. That's why I use the word somebody or someone. There is someone. There is someone at the door. There's somebody at the door. Okay? Here, an example in a question. Hey, should we call a doctor or someone? That's what I mean when I said that you can use some in questions at the complement part. Here, the subject is we, okay? Should we call a doctor or someone, you know? So in this case, as the complement, you can use somebody, someone, something, somewhere, no problems. Hey, somebody called you while you were gone. Who? I don't know. You didn't get the person's name? Are you kidding me? Did you get his phone number? Sorry, I forgot. So maybe somebody called, but I tell my sister that, hey, somebody called you. Okay, who? I don't know. I didn't take his number or his name. I'm so sorry. I get so angry when that happens. Anyways, so that's the idea of somebody and someone. And hey, if you're enjoying this lesson and if this lesson is helping you, make sure to hit the like button because that way YouTube understands that this lesson can help other people. I know, with your like, YouTube understand that this is a lesson that is worth sharing. So YouTube will share this lesson with other people, will show it to other people. So make sure to smash that like button. All right, next part. Moving on because there's a lot of information. Somewhere. As I said, somewhere will follow the same rules of some. So I will use somewhere in affirmative sentences or in questions as a complement, okay? When I use the word somewhere, I'm talking about a place, but I don't know exactly where, okay? I know it's a place, but I don't know exactly where. Somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow, somewhere. I don't know where. It's somewhere, okay? Now, I think I have seen you somewhere. I've seen you somewhere before. So maybe you meet someone in the street and you start talking and then you look at the person. I know you. I have seen you somewhere. I don't know where. Somewhere. You know, a location. I don't know where, but I have seen you somewhere. Nice, right? So that's the idea. Affirmative sentence. Hey, your phone is somewhere in the house. Don't worry, you will find it. So imagine you are at home and you cannot find your cell phone. So your mom or your dad or your friend can look at you and say, hey, don't worry, your phone is somewhere in the house. We will find it, okay? Take it easy. So it's in the house, but I don't know the exact location. It's somewhere in the house. If I wanted to use this in a question, as long as it's not the subject, it's a complement, it should be fine. Hey, can we go somewhere more fun? This place is not really cool. Can we go somewhere nice? So this would be fine. Somewhere is the complement of the word of the verb go. Go somewhere. Can we go somewhere more interesting because this place sucks. Awesome. Moving on. Something. Something means a thing. It's something, an object, a thing. You don't know exactly what. Maybe you don't want to say the name. It's something. For example, I need to eat something now because I don't feel so good. So what am I saying? I need to eat. I don't know what. Something. A banana. Apples. Fruit. Dinner. I don't know. Something. Okay? So it's used in an affirmative sentence. Again, it's the same idea. It's the same rule as if you were using some. Would you like something to drink? Now here, it is a question. I'm offering you something. But if you pay attention, something is working as a complement. It's completing the idea of the sentence, of the question. So in this case, it should be fine. Okay? Another example. James is always complaining about something. So he's always complaining about a thing. I don't know what. Something. Okay? I don't have a specific name for what he complains, but he's always complaining. Okay? Excellent, my friends. Moving on to the next lesson. And if you are watching this and you're new here in my channel, consider subscribing. From Monday to Friday, I post different lessons. This is part 2 of my series of Some and You Know, and I'm giving you more explanations. And every week there is a grammar lesson here on my channel, on my schedule. From Monday to Friday, every Tuesday there is a grammar lesson. Anyways, anybody, anyone, anything, anywhere. And hey, if you watch my channel, you always listen to me. Hey, I'm Teacher BAIXE and I want to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. And now I am going to explain why I use these guys. Anyways, going back to the explanation. When do I use these words? All the words that come from any will follow the rule of the word any. That's why in part 1 I explained the rules of when to use any. Basically, you will use any in questions and negative sentences. But now here, when you use these words in questions, it's the subject. Okay, so it's the person, it's the subject of the question. Okay, I will show you more examples so that you can understand. So all the words coming from any will follow these rules: interrogative and negative sentences. Now here I have an example of a question. Did anybody call me while I was out? So anybody is the subject. It's not a complement. It's the subject. Okay, it comes before the verb. After anybody, you have the verb. So basically that's where the position, that's the position of the subject. That's where it goes. So did anybody call me while I was out? Maybe I went to the movies, and when I get back home, I look at my mom and I say, hey, did anybody call me? Yes, no. Now, what's the idea of anybody or anyone in questions? I will focus on questions and I will go to the negative sentences. If I am asking in a question, I want to know if a person called me or not. I don't care who, okay? I just want to know if a person called me or not. It's almost the same translation of someone or somebody. But here I don't know if there is someone or somebody. So I have to use anybody or anyone. I cannot use somebody. Did somebody call me? No, I cannot. I should use anybody, anyone. Okay? So that's the idea in question. This will change in the negative sentence. If I say, oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, I can't say that. Let's see. Nobody. Yeah, I'm gonna use nobody. I can't use nobody. Now, here, I didn't call anyone. So I didn't call anyone. So this means, oops, excuse me. So if I'm using a negative sentence, as I use it now, I didn't call anyone, it means that I didn't pick my phone. I didn't use it. I didn't call anyone. 0 people, nobody. Okay, so that's the idea of the negative sentence. If I use anyone or anybody in negative form, it means 0%, nobody. Okay, and here another example, don't go anywhere. So you can't go to any place. Okay, don't go. But I will give you more explanations in the following slides. Focusing here on anybody and anyone. Again, the difference between anybody and anyone is very similar to somebody and someone. Anybody is more informal than anyone. You will use anyone a little bit more in written language, while anybody is more common in spoken language. But you can use both, it's fine. They mean any person or people. It could be singular, it could be plural, it depends. Now, if I am, teacher, plural or singular? Well, it depends on where you are. Imagine I am in a classroom and there are many students, and I give an explanation of some any no. After I finish, I look at my students and I say, does anybody have any questions? So I want to know if the students, there is someone that has a question or not. So I can say, do you have any questions? Or I could say, does anybody have any questions? No? Very nice. Let's keep going. So that's the idea. Here, another example. I'm not seeing anyone. Here, this I'm not seeing is not the ability see, okay? When I say I'm not seeing, I'm not going out, I'm not dating, I'm not going out with anybody, okay? So I'm not seeing anyone, I'm not seeing anybody. I could use either one, it would be fine, okay? Then we have anywhere, no, anything. Anything is the same idea of something, but I cannot use in the same context. I will use anything in negatives or in affirmative sentences. So, is there anything you need? I'm asking, no, thank you. I don't need anything. So if I say I don't need anything, nothing. I need nothing. That's the idea. I need zero thing, no thing. I need nothing. I don't need anything. But I cannot say I need anything because it's affirmation. It doesn't work, okay? I need to make a negative structure. I had to drive home in a storm last night. I couldn't see anything. It was so difficult to drive. It was raining a lot. I couldn't see anything. I cannot say nothing because it's a negative sentence. I will show you nothing. Don't worry. Awesome. Now, anything, anywhere, anyone, anytime in English. All right, my friends, important part. This is a long lesson. Any, all the words that come from any, and even the word any can be used in affirmative sentences. I know. In part 1, I tell you that in general, you do not use in affirmative sentences. You do not use any in affirmative sentences, but there are some exceptions, and this is the exception I'm going to show you, okay? Now, if you use any or any word with any, anything, anybody, anywhere, anyone, anytime, in affirmative sentences, the idea changes. It means no matter which, no matter who, no matter when, no matter where. Example, here in my channel, I teach you, I want you to speak English to anyone. So what's this? It's not that I want you to speak to nobody. No, I want you to speak to any person. Chinese, American, Italian, French, any person. Because with English, you can talk to anyone, anywhere. It's not just in America that you're going to speak English. You are going to speak English in Canada, in France, in Italy, in Australia, anywhere. No matter the location, you can use English and survive. Anytime, whatever moment, in any situation. If it's in the morning, in the afternoon, or when you go to a drugstore, or when you are in a job interview, anytime, in any situation. So in this case, I will use any in all the variations in affirmative sentences. So here, an example. If you need anything, let me know. So if you need something, it doesn't matter what, okay? If you need $1 million, if you need me at 2 a.m. in the morning, if you need whatever, if you need anything, let me know, okay? Call me. You can buy any game you want, okay? Hey, any game. It doesn't matter which game. You can choose, tell me the name of the game, and I'll buy it, all right? You can talk to anyone. No matter what person. It doesn't matter what person. You can talk to anyone with English. Is that true or not? No matter the location, anywhere. So it doesn't matter where you go. You, with English, you can go anywhere, anytime, and talk to anyone. Did you understand that? If you have questions, let me know in the comments, okay? And finally, nobody and no one. Both have the same meaning. No person, zero, nobody. But here, you will not make a negative phrase. You have to make an affirmative phrase. And this word will negate the phrase. The phone rang many times. The phone rang many times, but no one, nobody answered it. Hey, nobody cares what you think. So no one, no person, zero person cares what you think. And if you see, the structure is an affirmative structure, but with the word nobody or no one, it becomes a negative sentence because it's zero person. Nobody likes bananas, okay? I saw nobody all morning. I could say I didn't see anybody all morning. Nothing, nowhere. So no thing, no object or thing, nothing. Nowhere, no place, no location, nowhere. Oh, it's Saturday night and I have nowhere to go. Oh, this is so boring. I'm so sad. I have nowhere to go. Oh, does this happen to you sometimes on Saturday night? You are at home alone and you have nowhere to go? Let me know in the comments. I had nothing to eat this morning. So this means I didn't eat anything. Okay? So with nothing, nowhere, or any word that comes with no, this is how you should use. Okay? And finally, the next one. No, is this? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Awesome, my friends. Other than that, homework. I want to know. Actually, it's not really a homework. It's a question. I want to know more about you. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I want to know here in the comments. If you could choose a place to live, where would it be? Okay? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. And if possible, share this lesson with your friends. Share on your social media. This helps the channel grow. It helps reach more people that need this kind of lesson. Other than that, my friends, have a lovely night or a lovely day. And I will see you tomorrow for another English lesson. Bye-bye.